YTPC, what's up? It's your buddy Mintillerman 70H coming at you with yet another episode of Smoke Showing. I believe this is number 21. So, wanted to do a quick, just kind of an update. I think 21, this is our episode 21, as I mentioned. We're at 131 subscribers, so we're getting close to that 150 sub giveaway. It's going to be a GAW for domestic US viewers only currently. I'm smoking, and I'm going to do a review today of a little Embassy, it's Cult Embassy pipe tobacco, and we'll do a quick review on that. And I'm smoking it in my Savinelli 638. It's an Octava. It's the 8-sided, rusticated and smooth, and it's one of my, I like it. I like this pipe a lot. It's a 9mm filter. So, as you guys know, I've been flirting around with the crossover blends, sort of the aromatic to, I don't know if you want to call it an American English or a crossover English. What I'm looking for is something that has a good tobacco flavor and a very acceptable or pleasant room note. Because as I've mentioned, part of the enjoyment for me of smoking a pipe is that it brings other people around. I've done a video on that called the Pied Piper phenomenon. But just as I had mentioned it, people seem to want to be around pipe smokers. They don't find it offensive usually. And you always hear somebody say, "Oh, that smells good. It makes me think of my childhood," or this, that, and the other thing. And again, that's part of the allure of it, I believe. This is, it's one of my first bowls out of it. It's similar to the HGL that is still probably the top of my crossovers. So the crossover or light aromatics that I've been comparing have been HGL, Lane Limited's HGL, and the Edward G. Robinson, as well as the Cult Embassy. This is a Black Cavendish, Latakia, and Virginia mix, I believe. It says when you read a little bit more about it, it's got a vanilla note to it. You can definitely pick up the Cavendish in it, and maybe ever so slightly that Virginia or the vanilla. It's a pleasant smoke. I'm going to say that the room note on the HGL, I think, is still the winner. And again, that's as best as I can tell. I know it's hard for the actual smoky ear to smell their own room note per se, but I would put this up there very similar to the Edward G. It's got a very good flavor to it. It's a smooth smoke. It doesn't seem like there's anything that's going to be bitey in there. There's a little Latakia, just gives it that smoky flavor. It's not a bomb by any sort of definition. Yeah, I'm not hating this. I still think that HGL would be my top pick for the kind of the crossovers. And I would say this is tied pretty close with the Edward G. Robinson. If you haven't checked out any of those, I recommend them both highly, and it's a little early for me as to say whether or not that this would be as highly recommended, but I would put it obviously right there with those three. Might have been a slightly moist coming out of the tin, but nothing crazy. I mean, it was very smokable, and the tin note on it, like I said, it was, you could smell that Latakia that was in there. Trying to get it open here without throwing it everywhere. It's a ribbon cut. Let's see if I can do this without throwing it everywhere. Another ribbon cut. You can see that the black Cavendish in there and the Latakia. Yeah, not. Yeah, I don't think I did poorly by adding that into the my tobacco score a while back. Thanks to all 2 or 3 of you that responded to my VR. I was responding to another VR, and I added one on the end of mine, so I don't know if people just didn't watch it long enough or not, but if you look at my last video, there's a VR request in there as to if you could take 1 pipe and 1 tobacco if you were getting abducted or putting on a desert island or deserted island somewhere, or it was the, you know, the zombie apocalypse was coming and you were looking for 1 pipe and 1 tobacco to take with you, what would they be? And some of you, a couple of you, the few that responded to me, asked what my answer to that would be. It would definitely be a 9mm pipe with filters. Sorry, it's a package deal. So I would do a 9mm pipe, so either this 638 or my Savinelli Series 3 644. And I think the Lane Limited HGL, that would be the tobacco that I would take. So anyway, if you guys feel like responding, I'd appreciate it to the VR. I may just use that one as for the GAW. I didn't get many responses yet, and we're in the 130. I was going to do it at 150. So respond with saying I'm in, and an answer, an actual video post. Can't just write it in the can't just put your written response into the channel. It's got to be a video response that says I'm in, either on the videos, so with a link. Again, got to be 18 years older and be in the domestic United States. Other than that, that's Tillerman7OH coming out tapping another episode of Smoke Showing, and I'll catch you guys around. See ya!